ticks by, still I try. No rest for cross jobs in my mind. On my own, here we go.
I'm wide awake and I contemplate these awful thoughts that populate my brain, but I just can't concentrate. I had a positive thought, but it got away. So every night it's a battle for control, 'cause my mind has a mind of its own.
My eyes feel like they're gonna bleed. Dried up and bulging out my skull. My mouth is dry. My face is numb. Fucked up and spun out in my room. On my own, here we go.
They got me spinning round, they got me spinning round, and I can't swallow all these thoughts, so I spit them out. Every night it's a battle for control, 'cause my mind has a mind of its own.
My mind is set on overdrive. The clock is laughing in my face. A crooked spine. My senses dull. Past the point of delirium. On my own, here we go.
They got me spinning round, they got me spinning round, and I can't swallow all these thoughts, so I spit them out. They got me spinning round, they got me spinning round, and I can't swallow all these thoughts, so I spit them out. They got me spinning round, they got me spinning round, and I can't swallow all these thoughts, so I spit them out. Every night it's a battle for control, 'cause my mind has a mind of its own.
All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our session here today. It's a wonderful, today's a wonderful Thursday afternoon, and I just want to ask you a favor. If everybody can hear me okay, if I'm coming across loud and clear, just give me a thumbs up. Awesome, thank you so much. Thank you for that feedback. So we'll get started right now. Let me put in a couple things. Let me put in a couple things here, and let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so I want to welcome everyone officially to our online session here on this wonderful Thursday afternoon. Topic is LinkedIn secrets you can use right now to connect with quality prospects. And, establishing, sales and marketing goals is critical to the success of your LinkedIn game. And countless entrepreneurs have businesses, have set up a LinkedIn presence, made a few posts, and then let it sit untouched for months or even years. And I was actually one of those as well. And this is usually due to a lack of goals, no real plan, no effective strategies, not using the right tools. And if this is you, it's time for a change. Okay. And when you make this change, you will get more qualified prospects, more inquiries, and have more fruitful conversations. So a LinkedIn profile can bring 4 benefits in your professional life: for marketing, for sales, for learning, as well as for hiring. So let's get on with this, shall we? Now, I talked to a lot of business owners, CEOs, sales professionals, right? And there's always these questions at the back of their mind, or maybe you wake up in the morning and you ask yourself these questions: where am I going to get my next client? Where's my next deal? Maybe you work on a deal, you work on it. Let me check. There's a question here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, it's just a comment. All right. Okay. Thank you. So maybe you're working on a deal and then you put all your effort into it, and then you kind of forget about your lead generation, right? Which a lot of sales professionals do. And then when the deal is closed, and then it's like, what am I doing now? You're wondering where your next deal is. Or maybe you tried LinkedIn, or you use LinkedIn, you try getting leads and you send out messages, but there's either no results or inconsistent results, or they just keep saying no, 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 right? So there's a couple challenges that we're all facing. There's a couple challenges that we're all facing, right? Buyers cutting back on spending. You see, cold calling, unless you do it really the right way, it doesn't really work, because a lot of your prospects are working from home, and even though lockdowns are on the going down, and a lot of companies are back to the office, it's not 100%. A lot of people now, I know for myself, would rather prefer to have conversations on the phone or meet via video conferencing. So, but offline will be back, but online is going to be bigger. And right now, we're not really in the recovery stage yet. Organizations are still tackling challenges that we've never really seen before, and strategizing on what to do next. So if you or your sales team doesn't change and improve now, okay, and be prepared for all these things, when we're well on the way to the road to recovery, you're going to be demolished, you're going to be eaten alive by your competitors who learn and implement all these things. So we must change. We excuse me. We need to change, and we need to do it faster and better than your competitors, so that we can get a solid footing when the market changes or takes a different path. All right. And one of the things that we do not want to do, we don't want to be this guy where it seems like we're begging or needy or pushy or salesy or low results. Because all of this is very ineffective, unprofessional, and inefficient. So I know that some of you are meeting me for the first time, so I'll just do a very, very quick introduction of myself, okay? I was born in Singapore. My dad's American and my mom is Chinese. I didn't do too well in school. I spent 6 years in the military. When I was 24, I went to the US. I ended up in a small little town in San Diego called Ramona. And if you look on the right side of your screen, that little road is actually the only road going into the town. And in the background, you can see that's the actual town. So I stayed with my uncle. My uncle had a farm in this town called Ramona. And so I worked there for a period of time. And then after that, for about 6 months, I said, I want to try something else. So he helped me get a job at this place called Big O Tires. And I was one of the guys changing, tires at the, at this workshop. And so I did that for about 7 or 8 months. And then I said, hey, you know what? I want to earn a little bit more. I want to do something else. So I decided to go into sales, right? A lot of us, when we're young, we never said, oh, I'm going to be in sales when I grow up, right? And it's usually not like the first choice of a career. I was certainly in that position. But here's my thought, okay? If we're gonna do something, we need to do it very, very right and do it to the best of our ability, all right? And we need to learn skills and we need to implement those skills. So I didn't have these skills at first, and I applied at a lot of different places, and I think at about 7 or 8 different places. And finally, I applied at Toyota, and I got accepted, and I was so happy, right? But my first couple of months, I didn't do too well, and I started learning. I started learning from books. I started learning from coaches. I started learning from the other guys that were doing quite well. And in my first year, and it wasn't a full year, in my first year selling cars in 1995, This is my tax return from 1995. If you look on the left there, 1995, I made about 93,000 US dollars at the age of 25 in 1995. The following year, it was 109,000 in 1996, all right, at the age of 26, all right? So through a couple twists and turns, I started my company in 1998, so my company is 23 years old. We have offices or branches. My HQ is in San Diego, California. We have a branch office in Malaysia, and we are starting another office in the Philippines, all right? So these are just a couple of the workshops that we've done in the US, in parts of Asia, all right? Now, I want to make a promise to you. I do respect your time and effort in being here with us on this session. My first promise is I will not waste your time. I will share relevant and valuable information on this session, and you don't need to, believe everything I say. You don't need to think I like and trust Chris. I'll back up everything that I share with you. And I think that sounds fair, right? So we're also recording this session, and we'll get it sent out to you within 24 hours as a YouTube link. It's a private link, so you can replay, fast forward, and rewind the parts that you want to hear and you want to watch again. Now, all of the trainings that I do, they're not a pitch fest. There's no hard selling, and there's no getting you to buy anything at an unreasonable or inflated price. Now, I will offer services or products and explain them, but no hard selling. And I think this sounds fair as well as, this sounds fair as well, right? Now, I'd like to ask you a favor. You probably have some questions along the way, and you can either type your questions in the chat, or you can write them down and you can ask me at the end of our session during the Q&A, okay? Now, you can improve in LinkedIn, all right? When LinkedIn first came out, I don't remember exactly when, I think it was like 2003, 2004, right? I created my account in LinkedIn in, if I'm not mistaken, in 2006, 2007. Now, when LinkedIn first came out, I thought it was like, it was for, finding jobs, put your resume. And I think that's how it really started out. And so I had an account there, and I had 5 connections in 2007. All right. And then, we looked at other things, the Facebook, the Twitter, all those things along the number of years. And then in 2017, 10 years later, I said, LinkedIn, I think I'm going to try something on it. All right. And so we started posting. I started increasing my network, started messaging, started, having interactions. And then this happened. Okay. So we started posting, and then I got a message. We were putting content out in 2017. So I think about 5 or 6 months later, I got a message from this gentleman. He said, hey, good morning. We'd like to have coffee with you. Can you suggest some dates? So I had my VP of sales or business development, get in touch with him. He sent me the phone number, and then I had coffee with him. I think it was like 2 days later, 2 days or 3 days later, at the cafe at the lobby of where his building is, right? And so we had a conversation for about 45 minutes. And then after the 45 minutes to an hour, we discussed a lot of things. And remember, he reached out to me, right? And after about an hour, we went up to his office, and he wrote out a check, or he had a check prepared for about $40 some thousand. All right. And so when this happened, that was my very first deal on LinkedIn in 2017, after using it for 10 years without doing anything on it. All right. And so by taking an active effort and active role, the first deal was about 40,000. You see, if you're looking to build relationships, sell higher level decision makers, look no further. On LinkedIn, you can search for people based on titles, connections, networks, territories, countries, geography. Okay. You can also use LinkedIn for cold targeting, doing outreach. When I use LinkedIn, we do two. We do reactive and proactive. The reactive part is we post and we wait for people to reach out to us with a question, and then we engage them in a conversation. The other part, which is proactive, is we do cold targeting outreach. All right, using the search function, we're able to target exactly who we want to talk to, and the usage is literally unlimited. And one of the things I believe is if you master prospecting on LinkedIn, you will never ever run out of leads ever again in your life. Okay, so why do I like using LinkedIn? It's actually a very simple process if you know how to do it the right way. Before 2020, we got to call, we got to find the number, we got to set an appointment, you got to find the right person, and then meet them in person. I was flying all over the place. My second home was hotels and airplanes. Now, after the early part of 2020, all of my meetings and discussions are by email, phone, and Zoom. And selfishly, I actually kind of like it, because one of the things that I really hated was, spending so much time in hotels. I mean, it sounds exciting, but after a while, it's like, it gets really boring, all right? Spending all of my time on airplanes, waiting and waiting and waiting, okay? So you have to realize this. There are companies that are doing well. There are companies that are doing okay, all right? There are companies that still need to buy your products and services. And those are the ones that you and I need to talk to, okay? Before LinkedIn, need to find the number, call the company, track to the right person, try to arrange a conversation. And, for one of these businesses, we always needed to talk to the HR people, very frustrating process. All of that change, all right? Now, I target the highest level in the company, the highest that I can find, CEO, chairman, president, MD, VP, positions like that. And I can target the countries that I want to hit too. Now, how many times have you heard this objection? My CEO or my management team or the committee, they haven't approved yet. The reason that you hear these things is because we were targeting low to middle, and we're selling up. All right. When you start the conversation at the top, if you can get their interest or their attention, they'll point you in the right direction, and this is selling down. Now, can you imagine this? All right. The manager gets the instruction from the top. The instruction is talk to Chris. Do you think they'll return my call or answer my email? The answer is yes, and I'll show you proof of that. All right. So I run several businesses in B2B and B2C, and I have clients in 14 countries. All right. So we focus on different geographical territories. In Asia, my sales team in the US is focusing on clients over there, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. All right. One of the things that I believe is that lots of leads solves lots of problems. Okay. Of course, you still need to qualify, you still need to present, handle objections, all those things. But if the front part of your pipeline is empty, okay, if you don't have somebody to talk to, you got nobody to sell to. All right. So we always have to have lead generation at the top of our mind. Now, let's talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn showcases your professional life. It starts from your LinkedIn profile, which is your personal, social, professional portfolio. All right. Now you can choose various content types to address the public about your career achievements and your professional experiences from years of practice and implementation. LinkedIn, if you do it right, tells your professional story very loud and clear. You can build professional trust, high-end endorsements, and long-term partnerships, and this in turn helps you in growing your business and uplifts your personal brand. Now, there are millions and millions of profiles on LinkedIn, but only a handful, only a small percentage of them are optimized and engaging. You can cash in on this opportunity for your personal and professional benefit. All right. It starts with the banner, the cover, graphics at the top. Then you can also put in your photo, which is better, or a company logo, but your photo is a lot better. Put in a unique About Us section where you can sell yourself, and a company section with details such as the website URL, the HQ, the company type, company size, area of specialty. Now, and I'll show you examples of this in just a quick minute, okay? Your engaging LinkedIn profile will tell your story very loud and clear. It will present your story like a professional storyteller, all right? It will also help you in presenting the background of your company, and it will tell the professionals that you have a strong objective behind your persona, behind your campaign. And if you have a standout LinkedIn profile, global clients will be able to reach you and offer you the best opportunities. We've never done anything in Russia, as a company. But 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I actually got a phone call. All right. The reason I got a phone call is because my phone number is in my LinkedIn profile. So we got a phone call from an organization in Russia. Okay. They were doing, a couple things in Asia. They contacted me through LinkedIn by phone. We had a very quick conversation on the phone. We went back and forth in emails, probably 2 days or 3 days, and we closed the deal because they reached out to me. All right. Give me a quick second, and I'm going to share. What a couple LinkedIn profiles look like. Okay. Let me clear this out real quick. Okay, so let me share the screen here. And I'll pop in into my LinkedIn so that we can take a look at it. Okay. Okay, so we should be able to see that. Let me show you my profile. Oh, hold on. Okay, if you look at my profile, which maybe some of you have already looked at it before you ended up here on this session. Okay, the banner at the top, professional looking cover photo, full description here. Okay, that's really what people look at first. So let's take a look at a couple. I selected second and third connections. I just did a very simple search, and I pulled up before we started this session. I did a very simple search. I pulled up a couple. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, if you look here, if you look at this part here, all right, it doesn't really tell you much, doesn't it? Right? And then at first glance, we don't know what Black Card is. Sales ambassador, okay, kind of okay. For me, aesthetically, the picture's okay, but it seems like it's off-centered. If you look here, at first glance, you'll know exactly, when you look at this, you know exactly what I do. If you need confirmation, this is, goes into more detail, okay? So look at the difference there, all right? Then let's take a look at another one here. Okay, sales manager at Food Panda, okay, very nice. But this one doesn't really connect with the profession or the career or Food Panda. This picture looks like she's doing catwalking, I think. I'm not sure. All right, so it's like there's confusion, right? There's confusion between the position and the pictures and the graphics that you want to show. Let's take a look at this one. Now, if you have no picture on your profile, you're going to get ignored a lot. All right, so please never ever do something like this. Okay, now let's take a look at this one also. They're using the default the cover banner, no personal picture. Really, there's nothing. All right, so if you're trying to reach out to increase your network on a professional basis, for me, this causes red flags. Okay, we did a training about a month and a half ago, and let me share this with you. This is what Suzette's, she has a full description here. Okay, She wanted something really simple because she has a couple different opportunities or businesses. Okay, interesting thing about Suzette, before she came for my class, she was barely getting 1, 2, or even 3 okay leads or prospects a month. Within a week of attending my last training, within 3 days, she set up 6 appointments. 6 appointments within the next 7 days, and if I recall right, she closed 5 of them. Okay, so the photo looks very compelling, very appealing. Then we have this one. At first glance, you know exactly what Liezel does. A nice cover photo. Okay, so you have all these things working for you. All right, so let me close this down. Let me get back to the slides here. Okay, so you need to have all these things, and what do you really say? What do you really put? What do you want to project? Now, the first thing that we need to handle, all right, is LinkedIn showcases your professional life. Starts with your LinkedIn profile, which is your personal social portfolio. Now you can choose various types of content to address the public, all right, as I mentioned earlier, but it really starts with your professional looking profile picture. Now, so many studies, right? So many studies, and they're all giving the same information. Your professional profile photograph brings in 9 times more LinkedIn connections, 21 times more professional visitors, and 36 times more inbox messages as compared to the profiles without any profile photo. And I've updated my banner as I showed you earlier. Okay, your LinkedIn cover photo should reflect the theme of your professional brand. Okay, you need to take some time to think about the aura of your brand, because it will help you in choosing the best fit cover photo for your LinkedIn profile. So ask yourself some questions. What do you really want to show others? What should a professional visitor expect while looking at your cover photo? What services do you want to showcase? How do you put in a professional cover, and what are the steps in writing an engaging LinkedIn profile headline? So when it comes to the first professional expression, you have less than a second, less than 2 seconds to stand out from the crowd, and your cover photo covers your impression of your potential client. So the 3 most important things which your potential visitors will notice at first glance are your profile picture, the cover photo, and your headline. And if you notice, I put my phone number here. I'm not trying to put my phone number out, okay? Because I do get messages, WhatsApp, Viber, and I do get phone calls. And I love to get phone calls like that, all right? I'm not shy about putting my number out. A lot of people say, oh, my number is private. Yes, but it's your profession, okay? Okay, let's see. Now, let's talk about the LinkedIn Social Selling Index, okay? Now, the LinkedIn Social Selling Index is something that you have to navigate to. I'll show you what that URL is in a minute. And the LinkedIn SSI, it focuses on connections, conversations, comments, and all this makes up your social selling index. Let's take a look at mine. Okay. Now, if you want to, in fact, let me do this. Let me put that in the chat right now so that you can check your own. Okay. So that's where you go. That URL is where you go to check your SSI. The higher your SSI, the more success that you're going to have in getting profile views, messages. Okay, it's kind of like the new networking function. Before it was like going to the Rotary, going for luncheons, networking, referral events. So your SSI is the LinkedIn online equivalent of networking. All right. And if you look on the right side of the screen, the orange, the purple, the green, and the blue, those are the components that make up your SSI. Okay. When I started, my SSI was really, really, really low. Okay. My personal goal is to get it up to the high 80s and to reach the 90s. All right. And you have to constantly work at it. Okay. I will tell you this. I got involved in a project about 3 or 4 weeks ago that took up a lot of time, and I focused a little bit less on these 4 components. And I will tell you that very, very quickly, in the space of 2 weeks, my SSI dropped to 69. Okay, and I was like, wow, I was shocked, because I kind of noticed my engagement went down, my messages kind of went down. And so over the last 2 weeks, I refocused on it, and I brought it back up to about 77. It's at 77 right now. It took me about 2 weeks of concentrated effort. And I'm going to tell you that it doesn't take a lot of time. All right. So if you look over here, in my network, in my industry, the average SSI is 41. And I rank in the top 1%. In my network, in my industry, I also rank in the top 1%. But as I said, my goal is to get it to the high 80s or the 90s. All right. Now your profile. Okay. Now your profile, you have to ask yourself this question: am I searchable? Okay. Let's say you have a potential prospect looking for your particular expertise, looking for your particular product, looking for your particular service. Are you searchable? Let's say they type in whatever they're looking for, and you provide that service or you provide that product. Do you come up in a search? Okay, these are the profile views. So you must improve your profile, and you must be searchable. And how do you do this? All right, you have to do 2 main things. You have to post content at least 3 to 5 times a week, and you have to comment with insight every single day. Comment with insight, not just congratulations, good job. Not enough. You have to have 1 sentence, 2 sentences. Okay. Commenting with insight means sharing with some intelligence and engagement. And you have to do that at least once or twice or 3 times a day. And you have to post 3 to 5 times a week. All right. So you must improve and optimize your profile. You have to post at least 3 to 5 times a week. You have to comment with insight every single day. Increase your connections, and increase your connections with your target market. Okay, with the higher profile, with the higher position. Now, a lot of my students and clients say, "Hey, Chris, one of the hardest things is creating content, right?" And so content is very difficult to create. All right, I'm going to share something with you that can make that a little bit easier. Okay, if you would like that, just give me a thumbs up or type yes in the comments for me. Type yes or give me a thumbs up in the comments, and I'll share that with you in a little bit. Okay. Okay, excellent. Okay, seeing a whole bunch there. Okay, awesome. So this is how you do it. All right. The first is you create content and you post content using a scheduler. I think a lot of us, it's like, oh, what do I write now? And then you think of what to write, or you write it down, and then you edit it, and then you post it immediately, right? You have to use a scheduler. All right. When you use a scheduler, you can create the content 3 to 5 to 6, 7, 8, whatever the number is, pieces of content. And it's a separate platform. It's different from LinkedIn. Okay. So you create your content there, and then it posts for you on LinkedIn at a scheduled time. All right. And then you got to get good content, and you need to get relevant videos. Now, one of the questions I always get asked is, how do I get good content? All right, so I'm going to answer that question for you right now. So let me close this out real quick, and let me pull this up. Very simple. what you do is you go to this website. I'm going to put it into the chat here for you. You go into this website called Answer the Public. All right. And Answer the Public, you type in a very simple search term. It can be as simple as one word. Okay. And it gives you ideas on how to create content. I'll give you a very quick example. I have clients in the logistics industry. Okay. So they want to create content, and creating content, first of all, it's not easy. The second is, in logistics, how do you create content, right? So what you do is you can go to answerthepublic.com, come up to this. It's free, and you're limited to 2 searches a day. All right. And I don't think I've used it today yet, but let's put this in. Let's put in logistics. Okay, let's say I'm a logistics firm, and I just type in the simple word logistics, and we'll do a search. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so these are questions or topics that you can write about if you're in if you provide logistics. Okay, imagine this. What does a logistics company do? You can answer that. There's I think they said 80 questions here, but it doesn't stop there. Okay, then you go into all these ideas and suggestions. Okay, logistics is a subset of a supply chain. If you're in logistics and you're a professional, okay, you can create some very simple content, and you can post that onto LinkedIn. All right. Then, you got another 40, 40 ideas of comparisons. Okay. And then it goes into all these alphabetical. It puts it in alphabetical order, I believe. All right. So you got all these ideas. Okay. If you added up all of these, 208, 40, 56, though, so we're at like 300 already, right? And 380. And let's say 30% are no good. So you're left with like 200 ideas. Okay. If you post every other day, for example, on LinkedIn, you got the whole year covered, pretty much. All right. Okay. Let me get back to. Okay. So let me come back here. Okay. So the next part is, when we send a message, when we send a connection request, I've received connection requests like, invitation to connect, it's like, and then I look at it and I'm wondering, why does this particular person want to connect with me? All right. When you send a message or a connection request, you have to target the right people. Okay. You have to use automation, and you need to follow up consistently. Okay. Here's the first thing. The first thing I will tell you is that when you send a message, it's not about me. Okay. It's about the other person. What is the value that you bring to the other person? Okay. Then you need to connect with the right people, and you need to connect with automation. All right. And I'm going to show you how I do that. All right. Shall I show you now or in a minute? Okay. Let me show you in a minute. I want to give you some examples of the wrong way to send a message or a connection request or some type of contact. All right. Okay. So I block out the names because we don't want to embarrass people. Okay. I'm sure you get a lot of these kinds of messages as well. Now, remember, it's not about me. When you send a connection request or you send a message, it's about the other person. So on this one, hey, Chris, my name is this. I work at Data Site Technology. We provide this since 2010. See, it's like, okay, what value are you going to bring to me? Our product is used by more than 500 companies. Okay, so what? Has safe encryption, integrated with third-party system. Do you know the kind of third-party system I use? You don't know. So you're not bringing any benefit in. So and I'll show you some good examples. All right. So here's another one. All right. The other one is after 40 years in business and helping over 1,000 companies, me. One thing I learned about the clients, they love to save money, whatever it is, it's already a turn off from the first paragraph. All right. Then we got these also. I'm sure you'll get a lot of this also. All right. The graphics, the web design, the app developers, hey, my name is this. I am a creative thinker, professional and expert graphic designer. Many years of experience. See, it's all about me. Okay. So what are you trying to tell me? You're trying to tell me that you are really good. What is the value that you bring to me? What is the benefit that you bring to me? All right. Then never say something like this. I came across your profile and figured I'd introduce myself. That is such a weak opening. Okay. You see, in a LinkedIn message, when the value that you bring exceeds the intrusion, people will respond. You see, when you're sending a cold message on LinkedIn, you have to think it's an intrusion in whatever they're doing on their phone, whatever they're doing on the computer, because that message comes in. They have to take time to read that message, look at who you are, and then decide, am I going to respond? Am I going to ignore you? Or am I going to block you? All right. But when the value that you bring exceeds the intrusion, people will respond. Okay. Let me give you some examples. and once I give you these examples, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. All right. So let's see. Now it's December. In August. All right. Now some of my products and services, the sales process can be a little bit longer. Some of them a little shorter. This is one example. All right. So first connection. I send out this this message. Okay. And I send it out with a benefit question. The benefit question is, do you want your sales team to perform a little better in generating leads and increase conversion to clients? I'll get, three kinds of responses. I'll get, yes, I think I'm, in the category of yes, I think I'm interested, or no, don't have a sales team, no interest, or I'm completely ignored. All right. I'm going to show you how quickly I can get all this done. All right. So I sent this at 11:20 a.m. on August 17, the same day at about 8 p.m. And I love this response. Okay. I'm not sure if I can afford your service. The reason that they say that is because they saw my profile and they saw the quality of my work. And so they think that I'm very expensive, which they're not wrong. All right. So, but he gives me the email and interested to understand the cost of a trial and what is the expected outcome. All right. Not keen on discussing, but send me a proposal and I will put you in the direction of the right executive in his organization if he finds it interesting. You see all that, right? And this is what I expect. All right. It's like, okay, kind of interested. I got to do a little bit of work, right? So I answered and I emailed to him. Okay. A couple of days later, August 25th. So about a week later, all right, I got a message from the vice president, the regional manager. Okay. I left the name there. Sorry about that. So my name is Dennis. I work for this company. Here's the interesting part. Our president instructed me to connect with you to know more details about your program. Okay. Didn't I mention selling top down? And the instruction is talk to Chris. This is a perfect example of the top. After I sent all the information to the president, and he goes, you know what? This kind of looks interesting. This is the right person that you need to talk to. Okay. And then, conversation, proposals out. We are looking at a contract for 18 locations. 18 locations. Okay. This one here, simplified question. Would you like you or your sales team to perform a little better in generating leads and increase conversion into clients? Thanks for connecting. Yes, I'm open to a conversation. Same question here. Okay, I'm in the process of recruiting members. Give me a little time. So I answered, got the email. Okay, very quickly. Okay, I sent it on at 10:50 a.m. Got a reply 11:36. Okay, and I got the email address so that we can have a conversation outside of LinkedIn. Okay, next one, same question. Yes, I will. Sounds good. When you want to have a Zoom conversation tomorrow, preferred time, anytime, house 10 a.m. Yes. Okay. Here's another one. It's not a yes, but to me it's a yes because he has a problem. The problem is lack of low business or actually low business, lack of business, right? And so I answered it, have a conversation. We're on the right track. Okay. Next one, same question. Yes. Okay. When do you want to have a quick discussion? Next week. So check, my response is, I'll check with you on Monday to decide on the day and time. Have a conversation on the right track. Okay. Quick question. Sounds good. Yes. Next week, Monday morning, 10 a.m. your time. Yes, sure. Have a conversation on the right track. All right. Now I'm going to show you how I send these messages. Okay. Let me close this out real quick. Okay. I'm going to show you on my account. All right. Let me close out a couple here. I'll close out a couple screens. Okay. So the first thing I want to show you now, I'm going to show you an app. Okay. In fact, let's see. Let me pull something up real quick. I'm going to send you the link to this app. I think they offer a 7 or 14-day trial. And, just to let you know, I came across another, trainer that was teaching some LinkedIn strategies, and they used an automation tool. And he would not reveal what that tool was because he said, if you want to know what this tool is, you got to buy my program. Okay. And I don't subscribe to that kind of thinking. What I'm doing is I'm giving you the tool right now. Okay. So if you choose to use it, use it. And I'm going to explain to you exactly how I use it. All right. So let's say, let's do this. Let's say I do a search. I do a search for I want to send messages to CEOs, and let me filter it a little bit. First connection. Let's just use the United States, and then I do a search. So as of right now, I've got 81 results. Okay. Now the link that I sent to you, the app that I'm using is called Octopus CRM. All right. So it's a Chrome extension. So let's say I open it up. Okay. This is what I do. First connection, you say message. Okay. So there are 81 results and I hope this goes a little quicker. Okay. So I'm going to send these profiles over to the CRM and it should take maybe 15-20 seconds. All right. So let's just wait for a couple seconds here. Halfway done. Okay, so now we go into the CRM and I see that 81 out of 81 profiles requested have been transferred to the program. Now, normally what I would do is that I would just, take a quick look, make sure there's no people that I do not want to send the message to. Actually, I'm going to remove this one. This is my best friend. Okay. Let's see. And everything else looks kinda okay. Now I've already done my my message here. This is, for me, this is one of my most effective questions. Okay. And you got to decide what is the value question that you need to ask in your messages. All right. So now I know there's I took away one, so there's 80 here, right? So let's say I type in, I want to send it to all 80 and I hit launch and it's sending it for me. Okay, let's see. If you look here, the first one's going to be sent right about now. There. Oh, duplicate message. Okay. So it tracks all these things for me. So it takes, I guess what, like maybe 10 seconds, 15, 20 seconds to send one message. Okay. I don't know if I've used this already. Ah, okay. So there, first successfully processed. Okay. So I'm going to minimize this so that it can run on its own. Now, let me ask you a question. And I'd love to get either a yes or a thumbs up. Okay. Do you like this tool? Do you like this tool that I just shared with you? Excellent. Any more? Either like it, say yes, or a thumbs up. Okay. What I shared with you with that tool is just one small, tiny part of what it's capable of. All right. Now, I sometimes ask this question. And I say, how much time do you think I spend on LinkedIn? And some people say, oh, you spend, 2 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day. No, I will tell you very, very honestly, I spend no more than 30 to 45 minutes per day on LinkedIn because of this tool and because of the strategies and the techniques that we use. No more than 30 to 45 minutes. And I get inquiries every day. I have conversations every day. My students spend between 30 and 45 minutes on LinkedIn per day. And it's not 5 or 6 hours, and they get inquiries and conversations. I remember, what was her name? Brenda. Brenda, in the logistics industry. Okay, in the logistics industry, let me just put this up real quick. Okay, Brenda in the logistics industry, she was barely getting one inquiry or one response per week. All right, she attended the class. I taught her exactly what to do, and she's getting between 1 and 3 inquiries per day of the exact people that she needs to be talking to. Would you like to find out how we can get that done? Okay, I will share a class that we're doing in January, and I would ask you to bear with me. I'll take about 5 minutes plus to explain the class. I have to let you know, no pressure, no hard selling, and it's not unreasonable. It's not priced unreasonably as well. Okay, I will tell you this. I will take questions after I tell you about the class. All right, and if you have questions, just write it down or put it in the chat, and I will answer your questions for you. So I'm going to share the information on the LinkedIn Success Secrets Masterclass. Before I tell you about my class, I want to share with you what your other options are with other trainers and other classes out there. And I will tell you that I've attended these. Okay. Now we have one company. They say it's full access. It's 149 USD per month. There's no contracts, but they want you to pay for 1 year. All right. So it's 1,499 US dollars for the whole year. And what it is full access to their videos. Okay. It's full access to their videos. So everything is recorded. All right. So that's 1,500. If you pay for the whole year, that's 1,500 a year. If you want to pay month to month, it's 149 US dollars per month. If you pay for the whole year, month to month, it would be about 1,800 US. Okay. Then we have this one. This one's a little cheaper. It's discounted to 59 US. All right. It's now check this out. It's 3 recorded tracks. That means you're watching 1 video per day. You're watching video. All right, and then of course they do have the Q&A, but it's a short amount of time for the Q&A, and it's 59 USD. Okay, there's another company, so that's the second one. This is the second one that you see on your screen. So it was 1,800 USD, then it's a 59 USD. All right, then you got this one. It's 497 USD, 500 US. All right, and you get to watch 17 videos. 17 videos. Okay, and this was in September. But this is I'm very upset with things like this. All right, you buy it now, and it's 497. If you wait one day, it's 597. You wait another day, it's 697. You wait one more day, the price goes up as you're deciding. So you can pay 497 or you can pay 897 to watch 17 videos. Okay. This next one that we have, it's a 2-day class. Okay, 2-day class. And you get to, you get the recording, you get the PowerPoint, you get the scripts and the templates, all those things, which is what I cover in my class anyway. All right. The price for this is, when you add all this up, is 22,215 ringgit, which is about 5,000 US. Okay, but it's discounted. It's discounted to 5,000 ringgit. It's discounted to 5,000 ringgit, which is about 1,250 USD. Okay, so let me share my class with you. We have 2 dates set up, December 15 and 16, or January 19 and 20, and it's from 1:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. on those 2 days. But I limit my classes to 15 participants, only 15 participants. Okay, the 15th and 16th, which is this weekend, is sold out. It's full already. The next class is on the 19th and the 20th of January from 1:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, now this is what you're going to learn in those 2 days. You're gonna learn how to sell yourself professionally and tastefully. I'm gonna share with you all the automation tools that I use and how to use it. Octopus was just one of them. We're gonna talk about how to fix your profile, how to get a good picture that you don't need to go into the studio, how to have the banner, you don't need to hire a graphic designer, how to write your summary so that it attracts people, how to create posts, how to create content, and how to create videos. You're going to become the credible authority and expert, so your potential prospects will reply to you, will converse with you, set appointments with you, and close the deal. Okay? You're going to learn how to target your ideal customers with precision and laser focus, so you only talk to people who are interested. Okay? Are you going to get no? Yes, you're going to get no, but you can ignore those no's. Okay? You're going to know how to increase valuable and relevant connections. You're going to know how to connect to decision makers via message. And I'm going to show you how to auto message 100 connections in 30 minutes or less. I'm going to teach you a complete LinkedIn selling process from the very start to the finish, and how to bring the sales conversation out of LinkedIn to get the WhatsApp, to get the Viber, to get the phone number, to get the email, and how to follow up using automation so that you never, ever, ever forget to follow up. Okay? This is what you're going to get. You're going to get all the slides, okay, in PDF. You're going to get the recordings of the 2 days so that you can watch and replay over and over again. Let me clarify. The 2 days are live. Okay, we're going to have a lot of interaction. I limit it to 15 people per session. What that means is that I can focus on you specifically, okay, rather than, I sell, like 100 people or 200 people. All right. We limit it to 15 people per session. All right. You're only going to talk to people who are interested. You also get 6 group coaching sessions every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks comes up to 3 months. That's 90 days. All right. You're also going to get a personal review and critique of your LinkedIn profile so that we can get it to a more enhanced and higher level. We're also going to work on personalizing your message script for connections and for messaging your ideal prospects. Now, I'm going to give you a guarantee. The guarantee is this, okay? You're going to get more relevant connections and a value network. You're going to get more qualified leads and inquiries, and you're going to get more sales conversations and discussions. My guarantee is very simple. You use all the strategies and techniques I will teach you for 90 days. And if you do not see all those results that you see on your screen, not only do you get a 100% money back guarantee, but you get a 150% refund. Now, you have to ask yourself this question. What is one deal worth to you? Okay. And what if you're able to increase the number of deals that you get? Would it be worth it? And if I cannot get you to increase that, I will give you back 150% of your money. Now, let me tell you how much the investment is. Okay. It's 149. It's 149 USD. But we are having a end of year. It's the end of 2021. It's the end of 2021. You take action, okay, and you get yourself registered for the class in 2022, January 19th and 20. My end of year special offer, which I will not repeat, is 99 US. All right. If you're in Malaysia, that comes up to 400 ringgit. If you're in the Philippines, it comes up to 5,000 pesos. All right. Here's what I want to tell you. All right. You learn and follow a proven system. You take the right action based on the system and you will achieve proven results. It's easier to eat pizza than it is to go for a run. It's easier to have ice cream to feel better than to find a supporter or a coach. It's so easy to say, I give up. It's too hard. And it's very hard to say, I can do it no matter what, and I'll do whatever it takes. I encourage you to think of this, all right? Don't just sit there day after day thinking, is LinkedIn going to give me clients? Is LinkedIn going to give me revenue? I'm telling you that I will teach you how to do it. If I am not able to do that, I will give you back 150%. What that means is that you invest 99 US dollars in yourself. And if I cannot get you to get those results, I'll give you back 150 US. Okay. If you want it bad enough, you take action and do it. And I never said that this would be easy, but I will teach you exactly what to do step by step. And I'm telling you that it will be worth it. Now, I do get a couple questions. It's like, can I do it myself? Of course you can do it yourself. You've been doing it yourself for this long. All right. I was doing it for 10 years and not doing anything and getting no results. I put in time and effort and money, and I did it for 6 months, and I got a $40,000 return. If you're using LinkedIn right now and you're getting one client, one prospect a week, one client, one prospect a month, and if you need that to become one a day or 3 to 5 a week, all right, then you need to attend the class. All right, I hope that makes sense. All right, now I'll also give you a 2-pay option. I'm going to make it so easy for you to say yes. All right, the 2-pay option is so simple. You pay 55 US now, and you pay 55 US in 30 days. And this is how you do it. All right, all you have to do is you have to scan the QR code on the screen, and I'm going to put this. Let's see. And I'll put that link in the chat, And you'll also receive an email within 24 hours from me through the Zoom platform with all the information that I gave you on the Answer the Public, the Octopus. I'll even send you the recording, okay, of this session that we're on right now. And I'll send you the links for you to make a decision to say, yes, I'm going to attend. All right. And I think that sounds very fair, doesn't it? All right. So at this point, I'm going to open up to the Q&A. And I will unshare my screen and I'll get those things sent out to you. Now, let me ask you this. Do you have any questions for me while I get those things ready for you, while I get the link put in the chat? Now, please remember, I limit it to 15 people per session. The one on the this weekend, is it this weekend? The 15th and the 16th is already sold out. The only option right now is the 19th and the 20th. Okay, I'll give you a couple seconds to ask any questions, and if not, I'm going to get all this information sent out to you within 24 hours. Oh, Tina has a question. The session, the first day and the second day is 3.5 hours, 3.5 hours. Is it 3.5? It's 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. Yeah, it's 1:30 to 5 p.m. So the first session is 3.5 hours. The second session the next day is 3.5 hours. The group coaching, would be 45 minutes to 60 minutes every 2 weeks. Jose, when we go into larger groups, the intimacy and the interaction goes down. Maybe I'll have a conversation with you separate from this, because if you have 100 people, we could do it specifically for you or for your organization. And what I'll do is I'll send you a message. Probably within the next 30, 45 minutes, so we can have a conversation on that. Would that be okay, Jose? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Do we have any other questions from anybody else? Okay, if not, I want to thank everyone for being on this session. I want to thank you very much for staying until until this point. It's a wonderful Thursday. It's going to be a wonderful Friday. And, I want to wish everyone to stay safe. Please take care of yourselves and your family, and blessings for all of us. Thank you so much. And I will close the room in about 30 seconds. And I will be in touch. Oh, thank you so much, Tina. Thank you so much. I'll send you a message as well. All right, Tina. All right, Galaxy M32, I don't know your name, sorry. Most welcome. Jose, I will send you a message. Do you prefer Viber or WhatsApp? Either. Okay, I'll send you by WhatsApp. Thank you, Rafida. Thank you, everybody. All of you are wonderful. Guan Yu, is that right? Okay, thank you. All right, I will close the room right now. Please take care, stay safe, and blessings for all of us. Thank you so much.